Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be helping you install Morenatsu, a Japanese furry game if you don't know. It can be rather annoying to install sometimes, and it's tricky to start running the first time if you don't know what you're doing, so without further ado. So when you download from the links I'll be giving you in the description, you should get a file that's this one right here. I already have it installed, so I'm not going to run it again. Now, when you run this file, it'll open up an installer. It'll tell you where to put stuff. You might have to rename the folder. Just remember where you put it. That part is relatively easy. You can get it here, which is one spot to get it. Just type in the code, continue. You can get it direct download. I don't necessarily recommend it because tends to get corrupted, and then there's 4 hours down the tube. There's the torrent, which if you have BitTorrent or Shariza, you can use to download it, and that tends to be fine. I used a torrent myself. Um, you can also get it from the Pirate Bay. And these are the Zeta boards, the MTL project, which is the English translation of the game. Uh, the download links I provided are from in here. So there's that. Alright, this is the Japanese patch for Shin and Juchi. And then in here is the patch for. That's new, I didn't see that yesterday. In here are the patches to translate Shin's into English. Juchi's isn't done yet. Anyway, now for instructions. What you're going to get when you install it is this folder, all of this stuff here except for the stuff you have to download separately like patch 3 and 4, which I showed you in the browser. Now if you try to just double click here, you're going to get a it's going to pop up in a blue screen and give you a syntax error, and probably some Japanese stuff will yell at you. That's because that's not how you're supposed to run it. What you do is you go into start menu. You should have an app locale like this one available to you after running the installer. Then you just look through this, click next. You go into launch an application. You click browse, and then you click Morenatsu. Doing that, you click next. Just leave this at whatever it is. It's probably going to be 3 squares or Japanese or something, but the actual language package is Japanese. You're going to want to agree to create a shortcut. That way you won't have to run applical every time, it'll just automatically do it. Then after doing that, should pop up like this. It's going to give you this and get you into the game. Now, as for the patches, you're gonna get the patch. This should be the Japanese one here. You just open this up, drag this out, rename it to whatever your currently highest patch number is, or one just above it. And then you can download patch 4 from the link, which is the English translation of Shin. So essentially, you just take those out, rename them, and put them in your Morenatsu directory. Now, theoretically, at this point, it should work. If you're on, I'm gonna make a notification to jump to this section of the video. If you're on Windows 7, you might have to go into here, right click on the installer thing here and say troubleshoot compatibility, because it is made in on XP. XP, you just skip that step. Now, another issue you may encounter is if you don't have the Japanese language pack or East Asian language pack installed, uh, the former being Windows 7 and the latter being on XP. If that's your issue, assuming you're running an appropriate copy of Windows, you can just go into Control Panel. If you're on Windows 7, I believe it's under System and Security. Go into Updates, Optional Updates. There should be an option for Japanese. If you're on XP, you're going to need either your installation disk or get a copy of the i386 directory. You might already have it on your computer if it's a laptop. But essentially, you just go into your control panel, language and region options, go the second tab, and there should be a checkbox for install East English languages, and just click next, and that should just work. If it doesn't, you're gonna need to find the files you need. That said, I hope this should clear up some confusion. If you have any more questions, ask me on my channel or go to facebook.com/spiritthecircle. My admin name on that page is Kafku. Feel free to drop by and I'll help you as much as I can. You can ask anything in the comment section. Yeah, if you click the shortcut, this is what's going to pop up. You just click OK, and should be running just fine. Yeah, so, Morenatsu Master, out.